10 times Meghan Markle cried in public. Flower fight. Meghan Markle said she cried after an argument over flower girls with Kate Middleton before the royal wedding. She owned it and bought me flowers, Markle said. The claim came as Oprah Winfrey asked the Duchess of Sussex about the pressure of life in the royal family during their 2-hour CBS primetime special. However, Meghan denied the allegations and said the Kensington Palace press office did not do enough to deny them. Oprah asked, "What about the story? You made Kate cry?" Meghan replied, "I heard about that one. That was a turning point. That was when everything changed." Oprah asked, "Did you make Kate cry?" Duchess said, "No, the reverse happened." She added, "She was upset about something. She owned it and bought me flowers." The claim Meghan made Kate cried was first reported in the Daily Telegraph in November 2018, followed up on the front page of The Sun. The highly anticipated interview came against the backdrop of bullying allegations against the Duchess. Made in an internal email sent a month earlier, Meghan and Harry's spokesperson said the Duchess is saddened by the attack on her character, particularly as someone who has been the target of bullying herself, and is deeply committed to supporting those who have experienced pain and trauma. She is determined to continue her work building compassion around the world and will keep striving to set an example for doing what is right and doing what is good. Photo of her mom. Meghan Markle was reduced to tears by an unflattering paparazzi photo of her mother, Doria Ragland. A new biography reveals after the couple's relationship was first revealed in 2016, the now Duchess of Sussex was hit by a hurricane of media interest, including from photographers. However, one set of pictures proved so upsetting, Prince Harry worried he might lose Meghan, frantically trying to protect her. Shortly after this incident, Prince Harry released a statement asking the press to back off. He has asked for the statement to be issued in the hopes that those in the press who have been driving the story can pause and reflect before any further damage is done. Reads the memo issued from his communications secretary. He knows that it is unusual to issue a statement like this, but hopes that fair-minded people will understand why he felt it is necessary to speak publicly. The loss of a child. In his new memoir, Spare, the prince said he felt totally hopeless when Meghan Markle suffered a miscarriage in 2020. A passage from Prince Harry's new memoir, Spare, described how he felt totally hopeless. Harry recalled how him and his wife both wept and mourned in the days after the pregnancy loss. Tiny package, Harry said of the unborn child who left the hospital with them and whom he later buried. Went to a secret place only we knew, under a spreading banyan tree. While Meghan wept, I dug a hole with my hand and set the tiny package softly in the ground. The Duke of Sussex wrote in an excerpt that People, the bombshell memoir, hit bookshelves globally on Tuesday. I knew as I clutched my firstborn child that I was losing my second. Markle wrote in the 2020 essay for New York Times. The couple's son, Archie Harrison, was 1 at the time of the miscarriage. After changing Archie's diaper, I felt a sharp cramp. I dropped to the floor with him in my arms, humming a lullaby to keep us both calm. The cheerful tune of sharp contrast to my sense that something was not right. She wrote, hours later, I lay in the hospital bed, holding my husband's hand. I felt the clamminess of his palms and kissed his knuckles, wet from both our tears. Staring at the cold white walls, my eyes glazed over. I tried to imagine how he'd heal, Markle explained. Funeral. Judy James, a leading communications and body language expert who regularly appears on a number of high-profile TV and radio programs, weighed in on the royal couple's body language during the funeral. She noted that the couple got emotional during the Westminster Abbey service. The best description of Meghan's body language at the funeral was understated. James told Page Six she seemed to offer continuation that silent support to her husband while saying and walking with the look of dignity tingled with sadness. Though the couple appeared to touch hands as they walked together out of the service, the Duke and Duchess, who received the flack for their PDA during the procession transporting the Queen's coffin from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall last week, kept their hand-holding to a minimum during Monday's procession and funeral. James noted the body language expert told the outlet that Prince Harry appeared to be struggling the most during the service, walking beside, but a larger distance apart from his brother. His puckered brows and rapid blinking suggest the onset of tears. James pointed out when he watched the coffin being unloaded, there was a sucking in of the lips, rocking from side to side shoulder that he had performed before to suggest he was bracing himself emotionally. Markle was also seen wiping away tears with her lip quivering as the Queen's coffin was transferred into a hearse at the Wellington Arch. Several members of the royal family were also visibly emotional during the service. Diana's passing. Meghan, who is now married to Diana's son, Prince Harry, apparently viewed Diana as a role model when she was a teenager. When the Princess of Wales passed in a tragic car accident, about 31 million mourners worldwide watched her funeral. Meghan, a 16-year-old California girl at the time, was one of them. Royal biographer Andrew Morton wrote, Meghan and her friends watched the funeral of Diana, Princess of Wales, in early September 1997, tears coursing down their cheeks at the poignant moment when the camera zoomed in on the royal coffin. Perched among the white flowers was an envelope with the word "Mummy," containing Prince Harry's last note to his beloved mother. Meghan and her friend Susie had looked up to Diana very much for her style and her humanitarian work. They had been inspired by her to help others and started collecting toys and clothing for less privileged children. Susie's mother, Sonia, even gave Meghan a copy of Mr. Morton's book, Diana, Her True Story, which she kept for years. After they found out about Diana's passing, the pair of them had sat and watched old videos of the 1981 wedding to Prince Charles. The ultimatum. Meghan and Prince Harry hit some not-so-calm waters before their relationship was made public. Because of exactly that, Meghan apparently told the prince she'd break up with him if their relationship wasn't made public. Either she couldn't deal with the scandals or she wanted that royal status ASAP. But I can see where she's coming from if it's with good taste. She loves a man and wants the world to know. Meghan forced his hand, and in a quick notion, he released a public statement which was announced that the relationship was now public. According to the same source, the nature of this media push was rageful and upsetting for Meghan, and Harry freaked out. Tea Party. Meghan could not contain her aggression apparently during an unfortunate event at her first royal trip with Prince Harry, who made their first Australian trip in 2018, where they were particularly about recreating the legacy of Princess Diana's trip in the same country years ago. On one of the days of their trip, Meghan is said to have lost her temper, which she engaged in an abrasive gesture against the female staff. Author Tom Bower writes Meghan was allegedly abrasive towards her 4 female staff and even towards local British diplomats. According to one report, Meghan allegedly threw a cup of tea in the air. Her anger may have been partly fueled by Harry. Every night he trolled social media, searching for snide comments on the internet. Every morning he and Meghan turned on their phones to surf the internet. Meghan was later accused of bullying the royal staffers. Vanity Fair. Meghan Markle's Vanity Fair story had left the Duchess very upset. After the magazine quoted, "She's just wild about Harry." The cover photo of the magazine showed the actor glamorously flaunting her hair and freckles, while it headlined "Controversial Line." According to the Daily Mail, the actor said, "We're in love. This is for us. It's part of what makes it so special that it's just ours, but we're happy. Personally, I love a great love story." She added the outlet claimed that the insider revealed that the actor was not at all happy with the magazine's move. She was very unhappy with how they had handled it. The insider said, and she was looking to throw blame in every possible direction. Despite it having been a positive piece, she had not liked the photos, and she thought the story was negative. She was upset that it was more about Harry and not about her. The outlet also added that the couple shared they tried to get it changed online because it had been racially motivated, said the source. Meghan was so angry with Kelly she wanted to fire her, insider said. The ultimatum. Meghan and Prince Harry hit some not-so-calm waters before their relationship was made public. Because of exactly that, Meghan apparently told Prince Harry she'd break up with him if their relationship wasn't made public. Either she couldn't deal with the scandals or she wanted that royal status ASAP. I can see where she's coming from though, if it's with good taste of course. She loves the man and wants the world to know. Meghan forced his hand, and in a quick notion, he released a public statement which announced their relationship to the world. According to the same source, the nature of this media push was rageful, which made Harry start freaking out, worried for his relationship. Fine dining. The Big Apple is home to many amazing restaurants and dining establishments, but not amazing enough for Meghan Markle. A waiter working at one of these restaurants recalls an encounter with Meghan and her irate personal assistant. The aggression came from Meghan and her assistant demanding a private table by dropping the royal card. The assistant did most of the arguing while Meghan sat back and looked irate, according to staff. After arguing over the private table, the assistant went on to say, "Are you aware my guest is dating Prince Harry and is about to be Duchess?" The response to this engagement, as stated, was, "We get the most powerful people in the world that come in here. No one really cares about you." Bold statement, but a good one at that. Good on the restaurant for standing their ground. I'm playing on the royal tour. Where's my money? That's a question Meghan had after the royal tours. With smiles and nice photos, the behind the scenes of the royal tour was apparently a nightmare. This royal tour is an amazing time to empower others and be a good role model as a royal. This tour is tradition and is keen for the royal family to build good relations and also good publicity. Only issue is Meghan didn't see the importance in that and has been quoted on multiple occasions by staff for saying, "I can't believe I'm not getting paid for this." Meghan, you got to travel the world for free. You should be saying, "I can't believe I don't have to pay for this." Glass half full, Meghan. And the final point here, and it's on the tour again, it's the Jamaican beef with Harry. In Jamaica, stuff got heated between Prince and Meghan, and their exotic trip became a tense fight. Multiple photos released with Meghan having daggers in her eyes. It's been stated she was upset with Prince Harry's drunken behavior. At one point, he even knocked into a waitress. She even stated he was getting drunk and flirting with other women, giving her no attention at all. There's a photo of Prince Harry that shows a bit of a rageful look at her husband. In one of their attendances at Albert Hall with Harry as Captain General, there's a photo of Harry looking distant in thought, but with this rageful face beside him. It shows that there may have been an argument that Harry was annoyed with. Meghan looked annoyed either way and had a bit of a snarl with that face she was giving away. This could be completely out of context, but I bet the paparazzi that took this photo got a decent sized check capturing this moment. One thing for sure is she wasn't happy about something. The royal tour obviously led to a few tears dropped by Meghan. Maybe not exactly publicly, but they've been made public, so I think it counts. What do you guys think? These count as public? I think they do, because they're stories that are out in the public domain. I don't know, who knows? Thanks for watching, I appreciate you. Susan, we're gonna switch it up here, because you're a little Karen in my comment section, but I'm gonna switch it up here, Susan. Susan, I appreciate you. And I'm filming this on Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day, Susan. I love you.